Okay, joining us now, we welcome House Ways and Means Committee Chair, my friend Jason Smith of Missouri. Jason, thanks for coming on. We appreciate it. Jason, my opening riff was about Trump accounts. We can take low-income people from poverty families and turn them into wealthy people, from welfare to wealth. It's an extraordinary thing, these Trump accounts. And yet, I get the feeling it's not being sold. There's not enough talk about it. I've decided to make it a crusade here because it's so important. It democratizes the stock market. It teaches these young kids all about how the world really works. I mean, we've got to do something about Trump accounts. It could wind up being President Trump's one of his greatest legacies, Jason.
Larry, you are exactly right. I believe that this is one of the most transformational policies that was in the working families tax cuts. What it will do to average day American kids, their future, will be transformational. I represent, Larry, one of the poorest congressional districts in the nation. And in my hometown, Salem, Missouri, the average income is just under $26,000 a year. But you know what? Those families in Salem, when their child is born this year, last year, the next couple years, and they get that seed money where their kids have ownership in the economy, it will be transformational with compounding interest and just the capitalist approach of buying into the economy.
So you got $1,000 coming from the federal government, if I understand this right, up to $5,000 from families, up to $2,500 from employers, if I have all that right. You put all that together, you can run different assumptions. The Committee to Unleash Prosperity runs several assumptions. They have a low return of 5.4%, a medium return of 10.3%, and a high return of 18.5%. But you know what? At 10% roughly, which is sort of equivalent to the nominal rise in the stock market over the last 100 years, you can be a millionaire easily by age 65. I mean, that's got to be something.
Without a doubt, I think they can be multi-millionaires by the time of 65. Age is the key for compounding interest and how it will be transformational. This is an incredible policy. And let me tell you, Larry, this would have never happened if President Trump wouldn't have weighed in. If he would not have weighed in, this transformational policy would have never happened. So I'm glad they're called the Trump accounts.
Well, I think you have to sell it, Jason. The whole thing is communicated, sell it, market it. The other thing is, in your jurisdiction too, the refunds. You've got huge tax refunds. Probably $1,000 more than they got last year. Maybe it's more than that. You tell us a little bit about the refunds, because this is another example. You know, this is a middle-class thing. You've got tips in there. You've got overtime pay in there. You've got a lot of things in there. I'm not sure people understand it or know about it.
Exactly. Larry, tax filing season started on January 26th, and this is the largest refund tax season in the history of America. In fact, refunds have increased by more than 26 percentage points. More than $400 billion is being refunded back to the taxpayer. This will be very beneficial to those working families. For example, the no tax on tips, no tax on overtime, the no tax on Social Security, increasing the child tax credit to $2,200 will affect 40 million families. And then you look at increasing the standard deduction. 91% of all Americans use the standard deduction to file their taxes. Real relief. Do you know a family of four under this tax bill will pay zero in taxes that make $73,000 or less?
So these are incentives to work. That's what I look at. These are incentives to work. They're very strong incentives to work. And they're going to boost take-home pay enormously. So this, the flip side of take-home pay is this odd word, affordability, okay? When I worked for Reagan, it was take-home pay, and I think President Trump is adopting that word also. But I think here, too, the Republicans have to get it, they've got to get it out. They've got to get it out there that this stuff is happening.
Larry, I think it's important. Wages have increased just in Trump's first year more than all 4 years combined of the Biden administration. That is showing you have an executive, a president who is delivering for the American people.
I didn't know that. Really, all 4 years? How much? Is there an estimate on that?
It is. It's 1.2%. There were several years where Biden had negative.
Oh, right.
Negative.
Right, because inflation was, right.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I got it. Last one, Jason Smith. When are we going to index capital gains? Or even better yet, when can we lower the capital gains tax rate?
You know, Larry, I'm all about lowering taxes for all Americans all the time. And so we're always looking for different ways and strategies to deliver good tax relief.
Oh, Jason, come on. I want you to lower the capital. 15% corporate tax, 15% capital gains tax, 15% income tax. Jason Smith, you have a chance to be the greatest Ways and Means chairman in history. How about that?
We're working hard. I'm just glad to work alongside our great president.
All right, you're terrific. Thanks.